Yeah. Three bearded brothers, they take the mic. Baker by name, they bring the hype. Dropping hot takes in the podcast zone. Sports debates from the comfort of home. Bakers in the booth, they speak their mind. Breaking it down, play-by-play, rewind. Stats and passion, you can feel the flame. From the field to the court, it's all fair game. One's got stats like a numbers machine. One spins story sharp, crisp and clean. The other cracks jokes, but his points still land. Together they're the trio with the hottest brand. Bakers in the booth, they speak their mind. Breaking it down, play-by-play, rewind. Stats and passion, you can feel the flame. From the field to the court, it's all fair game.
And welcome to another episode of Baker Banter, the sports podcast, episode 122. How about that?
How about
122 episodes. 122 episodes. Season 3.
Impressive.
See if when you guys check out the little YouTube thumbnail this week, see if you notice anything special. I like to put in little hidden things.
Little Easter eggs, huh?
A little Easter egg. There are Easter eggs in a lot of them that I oftentimes wonder. I'm like, do people notice these? Probably. Most people probably don't. But yeah, just it's kind of for my own enjoyment.
Now it gives them reason to go back and look.
Right, exactly. Go peep some of these YouTube clips things. All right. So welcome, guys. We're gonna start off with just a tiny bit of NFL football here. So what I'd like to bring up is just kind of more of a general question here. It's a quarterback that has been talked about a little bit, not as often as the one you may be thinking of. So my question is, where does Kirk Cousins play the 25-26 season this year? Guys,
would you like to start?
I mean,
because I have an idea.
I feel like we're kind of limited on where he's going to play, but I have one that makes sense right now with the situation, but then I have another one where I think he's going to end up going. So I think he has the best chance to play in Pittsburgh. Okay. But I think what might happen, and I don't know if this would be good for their franchise, but I think he goes back to Minnesota.
Ooh. I didn't even consider that, because that's just McCarthy down there, right?
That's what I mean. Like, why would you Minnesota might be willing to pay that as an insurance policy, because I mean, this will be McCarthy's first season. I think you make it very clear that, hey, McCarthy, it's your job, but this is a league about winning. And if anything, I think it helps to have someone like him in the room who has played in that system. It's all a matter of if Kirk would be okay with swallowing his pride with that, which I think he would be.
That's what the reports were saying earlier, is like when he first got benched for Penix, it was, oh, he's there, he's supportive, he's all about it. His agent's talking about it, and he's okay taking this role. And then something turned in the offseason. He doesn't want to be a backup. He came out and said that, like, his agent said it, everything. So I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I could see him going to the Vikings just because, but man, that would be. Imagine leaving, and now do they have to pay him more if he comes back as a backup?
I think anybody's going to have to pick up his contract he has, and I feel like Falcons are going to have to eat a lot of money.
So as a franchise, how do you justify bringing someone back as a backup and paying him more than what you were paying him when he was your starter?
I have one other place he could go, but I've already given two.
I was gonna say, because I think I know. I'm surprised you didn't say it. The Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stays in conference, but I don't know. He's not a free agent.
You don't do that as a Falcon.
Like I was gonna say, so he'd have to get traded there, and that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, if the Saints are desperate, then the Falcons have a great situation. I mean, if you are the Falcon, but I wouldn't even consider it unless I get some sort of outrageous offer, because quite frankly, I'd let the Saints just freaking sink.
So
Why not?
who's their guy right now? Because they drafted somebody, didn't they?
Yeah, kid out of Shuck. What is it?
Yeah.
Kid
It's
out
spelled
of
show, but it's pronounced shuck.
yeah,
Okay,
Louisville.
Okay.
So I have a question. What about the Colts? Who's their quarterback other than Anthony Richardson?
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Daniel Jones came in there too.
Oh, right.
So
No, I know. I don't trust me. And I was the big Anthony Richardson guy when he got drafted, and I've been proven wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's just it's a work ethic thing, to be honest with you. Like, guy doesn't want to work. Like that's
I don't know about
not.
Is it that, or is it just that he's like RG3 and super sensitive and not good? Like he's just not good.
But
Or
yeah, but was RG3 just was always hurt? I don't even think it was.
RG3 was good, Trent.
Yeah, and
him and Andrew had like great years.
Yeah, and he just couldn't stay healthy. Remember, it was his knee, and then it kind of just collapsed, from there. And Kirk Cousins came in and played well. So I mean, it was just a kind of an unfortunate event for him. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, the Pittsburgh team was the one that I had seen some rumors about. I think there's just I don't know Pittsburgh. I just don't see them paying the amount of money though to bring in Kirk Cousins. Like that just doesn't seem like a Pittsburgh Steeler thing to do. So
yeah,
it does seem like a Saint. It does seem like a Saints thing to do for sure.
But do you really think like right now that anything that the Steelers are about to do is a Steelers thing to do? Like I don't think the Aaron Rodgers thing is a Steelers thing to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like I could literally see them going in and just taking Rudolph.
I think they're tanking
for
Arch Manning.
So do you think Rodgers is not going to the Steelers?
I think he is, but Rodgers is playing it smart right now. You are 41, going on 42. Why go to any of this crap right now? Like you could put right now, let's be real. You could say, oh, but you want to learn the offense, and bullshit. The guy knows every goddamn offense you're going to put in front of him. He knows how to read every single defense in the entire league. He doesn't need to be at OTAs. Hell, probably doesn't really even need to do training camp other than to make sure his body is okay. Because I mean, he is still less than 2 years off of a torn Achilles in his 40s.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But still had killer statistics last year. I mean, I know they didn't win.
Let's be careful with killer, because the reason his statistics were what they were is because they were getting their asses kicked and they were having to throw everything. That's
why Matt Stafford is so many career yards. Then is that why the trend you could say that about everyone? Eventually, everyone.
No, but I'm talking about singular season. His statistics about being better than Mahomes, which I've quoted him on this show, but I also looked back at that and was like, yeah, it's not really fair, especially when you look at the running back, his stats. Everyone's kind of writing him off. His name's Flip. So yeah, everyone's writing him off, but it's like, no, they didn't really run the ball because they were getting their asses kicked every game. So
I wouldn't write him off. I think it was just a bad. I think the Jets are just a dumpster fire, dude. Really? Yeah, or you know what? Maybe it could be Rodgers. Maybe he's washed up and his game doesn't fit teams play anymore. And
it's also fair.
I don't know, but for me, you said the Steelers aren't doing Steeler things, and I think that's a good thing for Steelers if I'm a Steelers fan, because Steelers things have been getting you 500 and exit the first round of the playoffs for the last 15 years. I know you always make the playoffs, but at what point is that not enough?
Yeah, but Steelers things also got them the most Super Bowls in the entire NFL.
No, okay, yeah.
Tied.
Yeah.
With who?
The Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots are tied with them. Okay.
Yeah, they both have 6.
Man, that's a different.
I didn't think anybody tied them.
Yeah, they did. Patriots.
Really?
Patriots, Steelers both have 6.
Yeah, he's
Niners.
7.
Yeah, Niners, Cowboys both have 5. Packers, Giants. I think there's like maybe one other team that has 4.
Raiders have 3.
Raiders have 3. Yeah, there's
3.
a couple teams with
Redskins.
3. Redskins have 3. Yeah, I think there's 3 teams with 4. Now the Vikings don't have any.
Who really? What about the
Yeah.
Bears?
Yeah, Bears have the one with the fridge.
Broncos.
Broncos might have 4, Ty.
Elway and Manning.
I feel like they have 3.
I would bet the Chargers don't have one at all.
So,
Think about I bet it's pretty interesting to look at all the if you like look up for me, I would look at like the last 34 Super Bowl winners.
Ravens.
I bet it's pretty crazy to see who doesn't have.
Chiefs have 4. It's Giants, Packers, Chiefs have 4. Broncos, Washington, Raiders have 3. Eagles, Colts, Rams, Ravens, Dolphins, Bucks have 2. And then teams with 1 are the Jets, the Saints, the Bears, and the Seahawks. So we're pretty spot on. It's pretty impressive. So it's also that's also why I didn't want the Chiefs to get up there with the 5s. But
5s.
Thanks, that guys. Appreciate it. All right.
Yeah.
So
Ted, do you have a take? Do you have a take on where you think he's going to end up?
I think he either goes to Pittsburgh. I don't see him going somewhere else to be a backup. I think that if he's going to be a backup, I think he's going to stay put, because I also don't think the Falcons are going to be willing to kind of move things around, just because who the hell knows? I mean, Penix is also an injury-prone guy too, with his knees and stuff. So I'd probably keep him around. What's that?
He's pretty old too for second-year player.
Yeah, I mean, I think he either stays in Atlanta or he goes to Pittsburgh to play. Those are my 2 things. I kind of forgot about the Saints, but I could definitely see the Saints making a play. So I mean, I think a lot of it also depends on Rodgers. Who knows? I mean, maybe Rodgers goes to the Saints. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I think he actually said that he wouldn't do that. So I don't know if he still had like a weird press conference thing.
Yeah, I did see.
And
some of that.
Someone asked about the Saints, and he said, "No, like I could never live in New Orleans." And then someone asked him about the Bears, and he said, "I don't know. Maybe I know a team that plays in Chicago this year, something like that. And the Steelers do, and they're like one of the only teams that plays in Chicago that realistically can go to."
He's so cryptic. Sorry to
well, he loves to.
This guy's like yawning every 10 seconds.
That's my first yawn. I don't yawn loud.
That was like your 5th. That was your 5th loud yawn.
I'm sorry. I am so tired.
No,
but I have a sleepy face.
No, I said we have some sleepy takes, I guess.
Oh, sorry. No, I like what Rodgers does. Is every morning I listen to on my very short commute, like a little bit of sports talk radio, and whenever they talk about him, it is all just media just hating on him. And I think he just plays that. He plays that shit because he knows he ended up being the smartest one in terms of handling that whole situation back then when he lied or whatnot. But I think he just likes toying with them and keeping them completely clueless, and let them make these terrible, awful takes. Give them a little sprinkle of something. Let them run with it and be like, "I think I know what it is. Here it is." And it's like, "Yeah, you were so freaking wrong, you dumbass."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I can I just make a real quick comparison to who I think Rodgers is similar to. The only difference is Rodgers doesn't really use social media to like get his word out there, other than, I guess, if you count McAfee as like social media, I don't know. But I think Kevin Durant's very similar.
Man,
he's
here I am wearing a Seattle Sonics thing, watching the Thunder here tonight. But
I saw that, but that also kind of sparked that because he like totally trolls like people on X trying to like, oh, I heard Durant wants to potentially play with Wembanyama, and if he does that, he's not elite because he's played with more than 5 franchises. And he's like, yeah, you're a dumbass. Like,
Yeah.
keep your cool statistic on elite
He has a I don't care chip on his
100%.
shoulder. Which
Definitely.
I get that, and Rodgers says the same thing. That's where they're like. It's just I feel like they go about it different ways,
Very
Yeah.
different.
and for different reasons. Like
Yeah.
Durant gets mad when people tweet at him because he didn't get 16 points and hit the over. I'm like, F you and F your bet. Like I don't give a fucking shit, but like, it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's different too. Is that Rodgers responds more to the media. Durant, I feel like, responds more to like the fans.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All right, real quick here. I don't want to spend a ton of time here, but I do have a quick graphic just to kind of pull up here so you guys can see. Screen. So this came out from it was a social media account called Sports Savages. It was highest paid players based on every position here. All right, now this is average per year. So you guys see that well enough?
Yep.
All right, so you got Derek Stingley as the corner is being paid $30 million a year. Fred Warner is the highest paid linebacker at $21 million a year. Chris Jones, highest paid defensive tackle, $31.75 million a year. Miles Garrett, $40 million a year at the end, and Kirby Joseph as a safety is $21.25. So I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up because I mean, do you guys want me to jump right into offense and then we can kind of see teams because there is kind of a pretty big trend here. So that's just defensively. Then when you get into offensively here, you're looking at Jamar Chase, wide receiver 40.25, Tristan Wirfs 28.13 as a tackle, Creed Humphrey 18 million center, offensive guard Trey Smith 23.4, Kittle 19.1 at tight end, Dak Prescott $60 million at quarterback, Saquon running back 20.6, and then obviously you have your special teams guys with Harrison Butker and Michael Dixon.
Update it.
So
Michael Dixon is no longer the highest paid punter in the NFL.
Is that now Morstead again?
Nope. AJ Cole for the Las Vegas Raiders, highest paid punter in the NFL.
Okay. All right.
Just sign.
But anyway, I mean, obviously you see some trends here, though. I mean, the one that obviously stands out to me personally is the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs have 2 offensive lineman positions, right? Your kicker, all right, and then obviously your defensive tackle. I mean, right there, you're paying the bigs. And I mean, you've won what, 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls? I mean,
yeah, and but they're having to rebuild the bigs, right? Like that's their offensive line is what got the blame because what's your best scapegoat? It's not Patrick Mahomes played a bad game. It's always Patrick Mahomes had to run for his life, and it's always the offensive line's fault. Sorry, it's a little sour, right? But I think what's telling is you have the guy right now in all of NFL, the face of the NFL, who's Patrick Mahomes, and he's not even the highest paid quarterback for the Chiefs.
Now keep in mind though, it's per year.
I know.
When you look at his total contract, yes, I believe he had the highest contract over like 10 to 15 years, which makes financial sense. I'm not going to get into that whole thing, but I know Trent, you keep talking about the quarterback market. There's a guy right there who. Has he won a playoff game yet? Dak Prescott?
One
playoff game and is the highest paid quarterback. I mean, and that's the other thing I kind of wanted to look at. I think Tristan Wirfs has a Super Bowl. Obviously, the Chiefs do. Butker does. Saquon does now. But there you got Jamar Chase doesn't have one. Kittle obviously doesn't have one. And then go back up to the defensive side of the ball too. You got Stingley doesn't. Miles Garrett doesn't. Joseph doesn't. Fred Warner doesn't. You know what I mean? It's like it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not really equaling out in terms of what you're paying guys.
I think everybody on the offensive side is deserving of what they're getting.
You say offensive side,
except Dak. I think that's bullshit. And when you go to the defense, when I look at the defense. I agree. I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with the front three right there on that graphic that you have, Ty. If you scroll up, like I agree with Warner, I agree with Jones, I agree with Garrett, Kirby Joseph, and Sting. Like to me, like I get it. Maybe that's not even that high of a. I mean, when you look at the compared to the other guys, I don't know. I mean, I guess yeah, you need a shutdown car. I just feel like defensive backs are a dime a dozen, and like
Yeah.
I don't know. Defense can be where you fit in a scheme best a lot more. I mean, I always think back to Asamoah for the Raiders, who was the absolute like best corner for year in, year out. He changes teams, changes coaches, and all of a sudden he was a vulnerability. And it was like, I think it was for the Eagles too, I believe. And it was like, the hell happened to him? So a lot of times corners can be protected a little bit by giving them safety help or by, maybe not having them follow the best all the time too. So, but I look at all the offensive guys except Dak. I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's okay.
Yeah, I get
It
that.
always changes though, year in, year out.
The position that I'm curious about is the tight end one, and I feel like Kittle deserved that money years ago. But the more I think of it, is I think tight ends are starting to emerge again, especially like the younger ones. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what they're eventually paid, the highest guy, because you got, I know it's down the road, but Bowers, who's the guy from Jacksonville that you started with the Giants?
Evans, but didn't he just got let go, didn't he? I thought he was
Evans. Oh man, it's going to drive me nuts. He had a great year with Jacksonville. Then you have, I guess, who's the other one? There's another one that just slipped my mind.
Talking about.
Oh my God, he's young as heck.
Estranja?
kid for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Trey McBride. Trey McBride's another one. I mean, you could kind of go on. And like I said, Kittle does deserve that, except I just think he would have gotten it 2 or 3 years ago.
But I think that's also going to reset the market, obviously.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's crazy to see a tight end getting paid over $20 million a year to me.
Remember too, the tight end market is very tricky because a lot of tight ends there for a long time were also making sure that they tracked how many snaps they had out wide lined up as a receiver. Because I think because when you sit there and look at the top guy right there with Jamar Chase, that's double what a tight end makes. And some of those tight ends for quite some time, like a Gronk, Todd Heap, Jason Witten. Oh, think back to all those crazy Tony Gonzalez days. Like those guys. I mean, I look at that guy that even remember the Broncos run, the guy that came out of nowhere, and then he ended up in Jacksonville for a year and really didn't do much. But like all those guys were lining up.
Antonio Gates, another one.
Antonio Gates, yeah. So it's like you sit there and look at those guys and see how much they were lining up out wide, and it's like, well, can you factor that into my salary? Because you use me more as a wide receiver than a tight end. So it's like
that's a different with the Kittle though. I mean, Kittle is in a 3-point stance and will block the shit out of a guy.
Kittle's a tight end.
So to finish my thought of young tight ends, because there's a couple that I can't believe we missed. Sam Laporta, David Njoku. I don't think he'll get it, but Sam Laporta could be one. Evan Ingram was the one that I was thinking of.
That's it. Yep.
See, I switched. I put his last name as
Evans.
His first name. I knew his name was Evans.
And then Johnny Smith. I mean, he's solid, but I don't think he'll get it either. But
I think Mark Andrews has been pretty good. I mean, I know he's got a couple key drops lately, but I think he's all right still.
Well, but are those guys going to get record-setting contracts though?
No,
that's not anymore. I think they're kind of done.
I think the next guys are these young guys like Brock Bowers, Loveland, and Laporta, and I think Tyler Warren for the call. Like those, that's the new generation.
Yeah, what about Hawkinson?
No, I don't think he's getting that elite money.
I mean, Trey, you guys both bring up a good point about like the young tight end market being kind of reset. I don't know if any of these like mid. I guess we'll call them mid guys, like in the sense of like age. I don't know if anybody will make more than Kittle besides a younger guy. You know what I mean? Like he kind of said it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, now and to his credit, he also had, I believe, one of his best years of his career this past year. You know, in terms of receiving and everything else.
He was one of the few that was able to stay somewhat healthy.
Yeah. I think Brock will be a big payday in a couple of years here. He'll probably reset the market himself.
And who's your other guy that you have too?
Meyer, but he's once again more of like a true. I would say he's more true in the blocking sense. Though I mean he didn't really play much this past year. He played in only like 3 games because he was out with some mental health stuff. Yeah. I will say the guy that probably everyone thought was going to be the stud is Kyle Pitts, and that's just showing to be yikes. Yeah. Still they got to get him. You know, I fear that the Chiefs are going to get him for cheap as Kelsey leaves, and they are just going to turn Kyle Pitts into a complete oh my God, yeah. Like, please, God, football gods.
For the Patriots.
I'd be okay with the Patriots at this point. Just please, God, don't let the Chiefs hit on that because.
Dude, yeah, you get him in a Vrabel system too. Man. All right. Anything else here before we move into a little bit of the baseball diamond?
One quick, just give me your thoughts because this is a good little, like this or that. Who has a better year this year, Sam Darnold or Geno Smith?
Sam Darnold's with the Seahawks. Geno's with the Raiders.
Yeah,
Geno.
Okay.
I think I know the Vikings. I know the Vikings had a pretty good year last year, but I think when the lights shone the brightest, I think you saw true Sam Darnold come back out.
Seeing ghosts.
So,
yeah, poor guy.
So that's just is what it is. Like it sucks, but all right. So what we're gonna jump into here, baseball wise, is MLB.com released some team predictions here, kind of as we get into June, because I believe we're about now a third of the way through the season. So shout out Kev 54 is up. So now it's the next 54 here to see what we can do, especially as Orioles. But yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'll just kind of we'll run through the team. If you guys have any thoughts and stuff, we'll give some stats and data here. But so we'll start with the catcher right now. First team catcher they have as Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
From Seattle. Last 2022 to 24, he's had 27 or more home runs. OPS right now, I believe, is 948, 200 points higher than his 2024 OPS. So the dude's obviously playing good ball. Golden Glove last year, correct? And second in the catching position. Again, if you guys have thoughts or anything else to like guys that you think should be up there as well, let me know because I'll also read the ones that got some mentions here. But Will Smith from the Dodgers was the other one. So
okay. Yeah, I mean, catchers it's hard to find like a consistent hitting, great fielding catcher, and Adley was that, but this year he's
bad.
Yeah, he's been struggling. He's been struggling the last 2 years with hitting consistently.
After the All-Star break, last year.
That's what I mean.
It's the Herman Derby.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't do it last year. That was Gunnar last year.
No, but that was the start.
No. No, he did fine the rest of that season that he did the home run derby.
I don't know. I mean, looking at, again, stats and stuff, Will Smith from the Dodgers is also batting .333 right now. So he's doing pretty well.
Big Dumper.
Yeah,
he
earned
100%.
Oh, I know. That's what I mean. He's first team. I'm just saying Will Smith was also second team here. Now, it's interesting because most of the other positions, too, have a couple, other guys receiving votes. Catchers do not on this. So.
I feel like Will Smith isn't having that great of a year.
I mean, it's hard to stand out in that roster.
It's true. He's also doing well in terms of catching some base runners and stuff. So I think
he's having a good year. I was wrong.
Yeah. So first base, you're looking at Freddie Freeman from the Dodgers right now, sitting at number 1. Obviously Freddie Freeman's a beast. Been for a while now. You kind of put the feather in his cap of the World Series last year. It was pretty nice. But he is actually leading the National League with a 361 batting average.
Yeah, that's insane.
So
it's crazy.
Put that in perspective. That's pretty damn close to 500, which is literally you get a hit half the time you're at the plate.
He's been doing that for like the last 10 years. He's unbelievable. No. And he's so underrated in my eyes too. I know he plays for the Dodgers, which kind of sucks, but I mean that's all the Braves. They let him go, but still, it's like he doesn't. I feel like he's not talked about as like one of the great hitters in baseball, and he truly has been for a long time.
Yeah,
I agree. I like Freddie too.
Second team, Pete Alonso, polar bear himself, who's batting 349, 9 home runs here in the first 36 games he had. His slugging percentage, they have him listed 97 percentile or better with 620. So, he's doing pretty well. And then the others receiving votes here was Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Matt Olson from the Braves. So,
Olson's starting to come on. He's got 12 homers all of a sudden, but
he's doing pretty well. All right, second baseman. You got first team is Ketel Marte from the Diamondbacks. Second team, you got Brendan Donovan from the St. Louis Cardinals.
Holy crap.
Marte is right now slugging over 600. He's got 8 homers. Yeah,
I don't get. I mean, I guess he's playing decent, but I think like is Altuve? They moved him to the outfield. That's probably why he doesn't qualify for second base anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, there's another Garcia for the Royals. I mean, he's having a good year, but I don't know. He might play third more than second. So,
yeah, the other ones here, you had Jackson Holiday got some votes. I think Trent, you even mentioned tonight or last night. He's kind of coming on right now. Gleyber Torres and Tommy Edman were the other ones receiving votes there for second base. Here we got third base. First team, we have Jose Ramirez from Cleveland. Second team, Alex Bregman. Right now, Ramirez is hitting 313. He's got 9 home runs, 13 steals this year. And Bregman's hitting 299 with 11 home runs for Boston. So
he's been out.
Both those teams, man.
Bregman would get my tip of the cap for there. I think he's the way he's hitting the ball. He's too good. He's too good. I know there's a little frustration with was it Devers? And then bringing Bregman in there, but Bregman's legit. I mean, you can't argue those numbers. But then again, Devers is starting to he's lighting it up, and they got Abreu there as well, who's lighting it up. But Boston, why is it those teams can have one bad year and then just bounce all of a sudden back and be like right there in the mix?
They have a great farm system and a high payroll too.
Weren't the Orioles supposed to have a freaking good farm system? Like, this is what pisses me off hearing these names. Like, last year at this time, we were saying Jordan Westbrook's name.
Yeah,
I know he's injured, but he's on his way back. But like, it's unbelievable how much we're missing. I
think you also see some of the guys that we did trade that was young talent, like Trent, you mentioned Stowers. And who was the other guy?
Connor Norby.
Yeah. And Norby, yeah. I mean, I don't know. To get shit ass pitchers.
Yeah.
And that's what they are. Shit ass pitching. Our pitchers suck. So period.
They do.
Other votes getting for third base, Manny Machado and Isaac Paredes. I think I said his last name pretty spot on, if I remember hearing it correctly from the announcers. Paredes.
3 days.
Here you got shortstop. We got first team Bobby Witt Jr. And then second team is Francisco. It's fun to say. Lindor. From the Royals and Mets, respectively, here. So you have Witt, who is right now tied for Majors lead among shortstops with 16 runs saved, tied for third with players with +8 OAA. And then Lindor right now got an OPS of 802. He's got 10 home runs and 10 steals. And some other guys that got some votes for shortstop was Jacob Wilson and Mookie Betts.
No Ellie De La Cruz.
No, not on there.
Man,
Wow.
So I mean,
proud.
it's kind of it's funny too to see some of these because I do feel like the Reds have been very ebb and flow this year. So you almost wonder how much of the winning aspect kind of takes into account for things. But
Well,
I don't know.
I'm glad
I don't know.
they had Jacob Wilson on that list because he was someone I had written down as like an honorable mention or someone to keep an eye on because he's young. He's like 22 or 23. I think he's a rookie, but
Okay.
he's batting like 330. He's like starting to hit homers, stealing some bases. He's having a pretty good season.
Yeah.
7 homers.
And then we got two positions here left. We got the outfield and the starting pitchers here. Outfield first team, you have Aaron Judge from the Yankees, Corbin Carroll from the Diamondbacks, and Tatis from San Diego.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has an argument about Judge, who's almost batting 400 and leading the American League with 18 home runs. I'll save some of this for a little bit later, but like he's a freak athlete. Like
Yankee Stadium
is like how, and it is Yankee Stadium. I agree with you, but like it just makes me wonder, like, how is he clean? Like I know that sounds terrible, but like
he's huge.
And that's what I'm saying. He's just a monster. I don't know. I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm just saying, like, you look back some of the old guys, it's like, holy crap. And then it's like,
the bigger concern, I think, was his health early on. Like being that big, playing baseball, like, you know, foot injury, hand, like those types of things was. I remember we always said, oh, if he could stay healthy, yeah. But he's healthy right now, and I don't care what park he's in, he's hitting and getting on base.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's that.
I mean,
he's Yankee Stadium for homers, I get, but hitting overall, like,
yeah.
I'm a little upset because I started to like a guy this year, mainly because he's on my fantasy team.
Do you want me to list the second team here?
Okay. Yeah, I guess you didn't list him, so maybe he's on it.
Second team: Kyle Tucker, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Juan Soto.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right.
So go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, it was Pete Crow Armstrong.
I got one more.
I think he's just turned 23 years old, and he's like a 5-tool baseball player. Great fielder, can hit, run, like plays like the game the right way, and he's like a well-spoken guy too. I don't know if you ever heard him do interviews. Very professional, very like polite, which I mean doesn't matter as much, but still, I think he's going to be a star. I think he's like a next Altuve or Trent. You said Bregman is great. I think he's similar to those guys. But I'm glad to see him get his roses on the second team.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a little better than Corbin Carroll this year, though, and Tatis, but they're bigger names.
As I say, big names there.
Guy,
what are you gonna add?
Guy I kind of follow is Brent Rooker. I think he's worth mentioning. He's good for that now fading. Is it Oakland Athletics? I don't even know what it is. It's Las Vegas Athletics. I don't know.
No, it's Sacramento right now.
Sacramento Athletics. Yeah. They go by Oakland though, but they're playing there. I don't know. I just think Brett Rooker is pretty good. I can't really. I feel like the Cubs themselves have some sleepers. Suzuki, we already saw Crow Armstrong, Kyle Tucker. Like they've got dudes on their team. Like the Cubs are
the Cubs, yeah, hell yeah.
Like the Cubs are legit talent wise.
Imagine if Justin Steele wasn't hurt.
Yeah, that's you know what, that's fine. I wasn't sure what I figured he was hurt, but because you haven't seen him on the mound. Oh man, geez, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Was it Tommy John?
I mean, he's wearing like full mechanical brace on his elbow.
There was no like DH because if we're recognizing a DH, I'm going
Yeah, sorry, there is. Yeah, I
Kyle
said
Schwarber.
I said two left. Well, hold on a second. Other votes for outfield was James Wood, Acuna, Riley Green, and Stephen Kwan.
Good, because James Wood is another guy I mentioned or written down.
So
James Wood, he's like 6'8"?
Dude, he's a rookie. This is his first season.
He is a stud.
Yeah.
Nationals. And then our DH is here. You guys have both kind of talked about him off air. First team is Shohei Ohtani, who John, you had said too. He's first 20 homers this year already.
Jesus.
This is bananas. Schwarber is
18.
also doing really well this year. So I don't think any surprise there. The other one that
Shohei's clean.
It's from gambling.
No,
I don't know, man. He's probably got some like sneaky way to get past testing. And
why do you say that?
It's translator.
Why sneaky?
I don't know. Maybe he just has like something that other players don't have.
So you think something's wrong there?
Maybe he was designed.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, real quick, just so Thunder NBA Finals. Let's go.
Did they cover 7.5?
What?
Did they cover 7.5 for me tonight?
Yeah, they do. I think they won by closer to the 30.
Here we go.
All right, back real quick. The other receiving votes here was Rafael Devers.
There you go.
So after all the shit that he got in the beginning of the year, here he is.
He's crushing the ball.
But I mean, I know it's just funny because remember it was like literally a tracker on X like the whole beginning of the year how many strikeouts he was going to get.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, starting pitchers here. First team you have Tariq Skubal from the Tigers. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one. Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
That was
Dodgers.
good.
That was pretty good.
All right,
yeah.
Thanks. Max Fried, Zach Wheeler, and Paul Skeens.
Wow, Trey, you all right?
Wow,
didn't hear any Astros on there. You okay, bud?
Well, hold on.
I mean, that's kind of a joke that Hunter Brown's not on there. I don't care if he's second team or not. He should be on the first team.
Second team, you have Crochet out of Boston, Hunter Brown out of Houston, Logan Webb from San Fran, Jacob deGrom from Texas, Luzardo from the Phillies. and Evaldi also. Him and Luzardo were tied.
This is crap. Where's Charlie Morton?
Yeah.
Geez, don't even get me started.
Oh, these are the best, not the worst. Okay, so.
Dude, I will say this. I think a guy that's kind of getting the screws, but he is in others receiving votes. I think Mackenzie Gore should be on that.
You guys love Mackenzie Gore.
He's a strikeout pitch. It's me. Hunter Green was also an honorable mention. Oh my God,
Tyler,
you mean one of the most dominant golfers in golf right now?
Canadian Corey Connor.
Every week, and I think the one I did pick him, he got like second or something.
Yeah, I haven't picked him yet. Cole Reagan's on there, Mackenzie Gore, Hunter Green, Joe Ryan, and Carlos Rodon. So that's your pitching. I am surprised no Orioles are on there.
What? Are you serious?
It's a joke.
Okay.
The only guy that might, besides Jackson Holiday coming on strong here, oh man, his name just Ryan O'Hearn. Man, thank God for him.
He had a good game today.
Yeah, last night. You mean
last night? Yeah. And 2 nights.
One thing about Skubal here, because I did learn something today. So Skubal threw a shutout on fewer than 100 pitches. Right, which they said is known as the Maddox. And get this one. You ready for this? The 94th pitch that he threw, his last one, was 102.6 miles an hour, which is the fastest in the pitch tracking area since 2008.
I watched it.
Pitch. Struck out 13. Like, dude, that dude's a beast, man.
That's just pure adrenaline, dude.
He is so much. He's fun to watch, though. He is a lot of fun to watch. And I'll be honest with you, like I've been really following the Tigers a lot. Tigers and Twins are two teams that I've been really following. So based on our bets yesterday, I was pretty happy with who we all
Pretty-
picked.
Pretty sure I just saw the statistic in their last 100 games or something. They're like 66 or like 67 and 33, which is the best in baseball. And
Really, the
nobody,
Tigers.
yeah, because remember they were looking like, hey, sell everyone, rebuild, get something in return for Scooble, and man, geez, I think aren't they in first in the AL? Like, are they the one seed right now? Yeah,
They had I think they had the top record so far. I don't know if that's been eclipsed yet by anybody, but a couple days ago they did. So yeah, Tigers are on fire, man.
It's kind of sad when you talk about like pitchers I like that are really dominant. I always hope they've already had Tommy John once or twice, because then they're usually good to go. So, like, do we know if Scooble got it yet?
No,
He didn't yet.
no, I don't know.
I have no clue.
Fuck,
I know what you're saying though, but
it's gonna happen. It happens all.
Yeah, somebody else just went out today. I forget who it was.
There's one guy that hasn't, and actually, probably I don't know. He got hurt, so who knows what it is? Aaron Nola is the only guy I think.
Ooh, don't you wish? You just wish that Phillies fans are so pissed at you right now.
Phillies fans would be happy if he had to get Tommy John this year. He's god awful.
Yeah, I have seen that.
All right, guys, it's ranking time.
Oh,
So we've finally finished our hot dog eating contest and lip saddles ranking. So we're now moving into our next tiers. The next two tiers that we will be looking at over the next 4 weeks here, we have MLB player that you would like to have a beer with, or just enjoyable to have a beer with. And then we have guys that would win a bench press competition. All right. So follow me down, or let's actually talk about the rankings first here. So top guy that you think would be enjoyable to have a beer with, excuse me, would be Pop the Tops. Second would be Nice Set of Chugs. Third, sorry.
We got to turn the call.
Sorry. You caught me off.
I was like, did you read it?
No, I was. You caught me off guard. I felt like I did look right at it, but once I heard him say it, it got me.
Oh,
man.
All right. So second is Nice Set of Chugs. Third is Raise a Glass. Fourth is Big Gulps, huh? And then fifth is He Said He'll Do One. So the five guys that we're going to be picking from today, listed down at the bottom here, we have, that was funny. We have Cal Ripken Jr., we have John Kruk, we have Tony Gwynn, Frank Thomas, and Kurt Schilling. Those are your five to start with here.
Wow.
All right. I'm leaning. I mean, which way are we going? We starting top down, bottom up. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I feel like we just kind of start all over the place. So yeah, we usually start from the bottom.
I kind of have a favorite, like for the Pop the Tops.
Let's see if on three we can say it.
I probably have the same too.
All right, so we have this. Yeah. This never works on this because I think we're all like a little off on frequency here. So ready? I'm just gonna put my fingers up, and when I hold the third one up, we all say it. Ready?
All right.
Okay.
Oh, geez. I don't know how to do it. One.
John Kruk. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Did I say too early?
Yeah, you were early. I don't know who was what, but absolutely,
I just think he'd be the best time. I mean, he's funny without popping tops. So
100%. I feel like he's got so many funny ass stories about the clubhouses. So
oh yeah. And dude, I could see him getting wild. Like
I just read nice set of chunks. It's still. Oh, Jesus.
Oh man.
All right, I know one I'm gonna propose is big gulps because I feel like he could drink, but he wouldn't kind of let have shot.
Like
Yeah.
even like the real saying, like who would ever say like even the real saying as a compliment to someone for like, hey, nice set of junk. Like I'm just like, it was an appropriate thing to say, but
That's how my mind works, man.
oh Jesus. Whew, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trey.
No, the guy to me that's like I feel like he can drink but wouldn't like go I don't know over the top to me is Tony Gwynn with
Which one's this
I
one?
feel like he big gulps, huh?
Big gulps.
See, I was
like-
gonna say
I was
Because I
leaning
feel like
bottom
for-
for him.
I was
No,
going
because
bottom.
no. Listen, this is my thought. This is my thought. Let me make my argument.
Tyler,
What?
Tyler goes, I was going bottom for him. He really wants to drink with Tony.
God, I missed that. Oh man, no. He said he'll do one. Is like someone you get excited that they're finally gonna have a beer with you. It's like, oh, they never drink. Yeah, he said he'll do one. And
You
Tony
think that's
Gwynn
Cal
definitely has
Ripken?
like, yeah, exactly,
All right, I can agree with that.
Okay.
right? Because he's like it's like, oh,
Can
Cal's gonna have a beer with us.
But see, I was going raise a glass for him because I would have been like, thank you for being the best oral ever.
The Iron Man.
Yeah, like I want to cheers you. So let's raise a glass to this guy. Let's raise a look. He's raising his arm in the picture. Give him the goddamn raise a glass. It's over.
All right. I will say, usually the middle tier is like the
Stuff.
the firm one. You know what I mean? Like
No, like,
it's a horrible segment for me.
yeah.
Hey Tony, I heard you don't miss a whole lot.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, I'm sweating. All right. So then were you going Tony Gwynn for big gulps?
Yeah, I mean that's yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, see you later. Whew, this is tough.
Yeah.
Kurt Schilling and Frank Thomas.
Yeah. I like
I kind of feel like Frank Thomas wouldn't drink beer because of testosterone.
dude.
I was gonna say it too.
God,
I was gonna totally say it.
Is he allowed to drink because he has to take testosterone?
Gotta be careful. All this tea in my body.
So we'll put it down for one.
I can only have one beer because I got testosterone. I got to take it.
I got this low T.
I'm gonna start raging with my tea pills.
That is so crazy. I cannot believe you said that.
I was definitely thinking it.
That was literally going to be my comment as to why he should be at the bottom.
All right, so that means Kurt Schilling is nice set of chugs.
Yeah.
I could go with that.
Bloody ankles.
What?
Did he pitch with like a bloody ankle?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
bloody sock.
All right.
Just powers through everything.
You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have. You guys see that one? Okay.
Yep.
Next we have guys that would win a bench press competition. All right. And those of you, we'll just I'll go through these. Trust me, there was a lot of things I wanted to use for this one, but I kept it PG-13. I almost used the phrase. I almost used tiny chesticles at one point, but
Like that you did.
yeah, chesticles with a ch sound.
Yeah.
All right, so bench press contest here. Week 1, we have Jose Canseco, we have Aaron Judge, we have Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds, and Manny Ramirez. And in case you're wondering, all right, number 1 there, all right, that is the Jose Canseco.
Oh, God.
Not to be confused
Whoa.
with this guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a different person.
Oh, no, it's John. John
That's,
Canseco.
yeah, that's that. Hey, there you
Oh,
go.
no. Look at that. Wow, that's awesome.
All right.
Winter resemblance.
That guy
Nice
actually
meta.
took the actual sunglasses off of Jose
Yeah,
Canseco, put them
that was
on.
impressive.
Dead.
Nice set of chugs.
All right. So nice set of chugs.
Sorry,
So for the
next section.
top bench press contest, we have head honcho. We have tougher than a $2 steak. Shredded stalwart.
What the
do you
hell
even
that?
lift like a buff guy?
Like you're not getting past him.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that word.
Yeah. I may have done some research to make things sound good with my
Yeah.
words.
Alliteration.
Yes, exactly. Do you even lift, bro? Is 4, and then flabby patties is the bottom tier.
Ooh.
All right. So I kind of have a feeling where flabby patties is going for me personally. But I have two. I would say I have two guys. I have it down to Barry Bonds and Manny Ramirez.
I think I don't like Manny there because I could see Barry because now that he's off the juice, he's probably floppy everywhere.
Let's be real. All these guys.
Yeah,
We're gonna leave that one go. We're gonna leave floppy everywhere go, but you're gonna.
Dude, you literally said you wanted to be bottom for Tony Gwynn.
Stop. I said he's ranked on the bottom.
No, you didn't say that.
I ranked him at the bottom.
Okay, I'm okay with Barry Bonds. I think Manny is tougher than a $2 steak.
Ooh.
He just seems like a guy I wouldn't mess with.
Out of all these guys, I would agree.
Manny Ramirez.
Yeah, just gritty.
I honestly feel like Manny Ramirez was almost, and no disrespect to Antonio Brown, because I think Antonio Brown is hilarious, but I feel like at one point in time that was almost Manny Ramirez. Just kind of like involved in like a lot of different things and always in the news.
No.
I felt like that was Manny Ramirez there for a while.
It was one time, and it wasn't like a big deal.
Okay, I will say that the drug that he got in trouble for was actually a like female hormone.
Yeah, it wasn't like estrogen.
Yeah.
Why do they take it?
Well, I know that it was when you're coming off of steroids.
You balance it out.
No, I know. I trust me. I did some research on this stuff. But how are you going to say he's tougher than $2 steak if he's taking estrogen?
Because he's the best postseason hitter of all time. When the pressure's on, he doesn't flinch.
All right.
He's just a guy I wouldn't mess with. That's all. I think he's tough.
Tougher than $2 steak.
Only guy on this board so far that's going to have a World Series.
Mm.
Does that make him the head honcho?
No, I knew I was head honcho.
Head honcho, Mark McGwire. The red
Even
matches
more,
his top.
Carpet matches the drape.
Yeah, I'm talking about his hair. I'm not talking about his jersey. Yes.
Its bottom matches the top.
Big old Ginge Bush garden there.
Ew. Oh God,
Ball pro.
Freckly.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, all right. Talk about it. Just put him up there.
Well, I don't even know where he's at now. Like, where's he at?
He's head honcho.
Yeah, you can see him.
All right. I know I can see him, but I meant like I didn't even know where you're putting him. All right.
Man, flabby patties. That's a tough one.
I want to put Jose Canseco as shredded stalwart.
Yeah. Dude is juiced out of his mind.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Do you even lift, bro? I have to go Aaron Judge. I think
that's huge.
He's just
kind of
naturally
tall and like, yeah.
But
he's just a large guy. He didn't have to work for it.
And then Barry Bonds, flabby patties,
flabby everywhere.
Okay.
Yep. Those little floppy earring.
There you go, Trent.
There, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. These are quite some segments here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get next level with Freckly.
Okay. No, you said Ginger Bush.
Yeah,
And I said Freckles. All I said was Freckles. And then you go, whoa.
I gotta actually talk about like the actual stuff, man. It's like, oh, that's a fire bush. That's a real plant.
Dude, if I had like a system here, like a sound thing, I would totally play Lil Wayne's Fireman song.
Oh man.
All right. That was good. Just wait. We got a couple more weeks of this.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't think I'll be buying a shirt for this one.
Nice set of chugs.
You should get two jugs. Or wait, I was never mind. The actual jugs.
Just put 2 glasses of beer.
Milk one? Sorry, that was bad.
What the heck?
I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
I'm losing it giggly wise right now. I don't know. Everything's so freaking fun. Giggly wise.
Boy, when we initially went over, I thought Trent was gonna throw up.
Yeah, it caught me. Almost choked.
Trey's laughing at your milk comment.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Like out of nowhere. Milk A-Lud? What the fuck?
You gotta do it the little pour lead. You gotta get the little pour lead. You go like this straight.
We're talking about taking it to the next level. It's like, oh, okay. Jeez.
Sorry.
Oh
Slap
man,
some freckles on there.
Freckles. That's great. All right. Well,
Sorry.
I lost it there. So anyway.
I keep thinking of Tyler and Tony.
What he said?
I'd say.
Yeah, I know you didn't have to. You didn't have to.
You have to look at swinging a hit.
Oh,
shit.
That's good.
I got many bad jokes I could say right now, but I'll keep it.
Oh,
like associated with that, like baseball. And,
Oh man.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna try to look at seeing if we can get College Juice back next week for Belmont Stakes.
Oh,
is that next week? Wow.
Yeah, Belmont Stakes is next Saturday. And then I believe the U.S. Open is 2 weeks then.
Okay.
Something else pretty important next Saturday, I believe, not this coming one.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
getting married.
Trey's getting married.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So, Trent, I'll show you the PowerPoint presentation I have ready then.
No.
I'm just
No
kidding.
pictures. There's no pictures.
I'm just kidding.
So he thinks. We have handouts and everything.
Oh, God.
We come out like Step Brothers. Prestige worldwide.
Dad, shut up. Shut up. Let's finish. Oh, man.
Oh man. All right. Well,
Good.
enjoy your weekend, everybody. Enjoy that baseball.
Yeah. So it's hopefully the weather turns around. I'm sick of this rain.
You know.
Get outside.
And, NBA Finals starts June 5th. So right now the Thunder punch their ticket, and I don't know. I guess we'll see if the Pacers can close it out. But
Wow.
Should be interesting. That'd be
What a weird finals.
Pacers Thunder, man. That'd be something unheard of.
I'm cool with it.
I like
I'm
it.
cool
I
with
like it.
Yeah. All right. Have a great weekend. See you guys.
Hey, take it easy, fellas.
See ya.